Here we go. Good evening. We are tonight's entertainment. Will someone please explain to me what the hell is going on?
Cool. I guess that's a random stuff.
That was unpleasant. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
Let's start the show.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 32 of the Geek Conclave Mixtapes. I am your host, Eddie Fergoso. I have my two co-hosts with me, Paul and Tommy. How's it going, guys?
Doing good.
What's up?
So we are on the heels of Easter weekend. It is Monday, the 18th, if I'm getting the dates correct. And like I said, it was just Easter weekend. This following week was a lot of pop culture news. So we'll just kind of jump into it. But before we do, since it was Easter weekend, how was your guys' Easter?
Not at Coachella.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this was are they still doing 2 weekends? Or
2 weekends.
Yeah, so this was first weekend.
Yes.
So first weekend of Coachella. So the notable mentions that I remember my sister waking up the house for was Shania Twain singing with
And Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, yeah.
Yes.
And then the one that I care about, Simple and Clean, was performed at Coachella. So that's the Kingdom Hearts theme song, for those of you who don't know that. So besides Coachella, though, was Easter eventful for you guys? Did you guys do anything?
Look at this podcast talking about Coachella. Who are you?
A person that'll never go, I'll tell you that. While we're on that subject, I don't ever think I'll go to Coachella because it's too expensive. And, yeah.
It's about the vibes, man. It's about the vibes. Did you take anybody to Indio, Tommy, for Coachella?
No, I didn't.
No?
I only worked till Thursday and took the whole Easter weekend off. So yeah, it was
Sounds good.
kind of spent it with family, the girlfriend's family. So it was quiet, nice. Church in the morning and then hiding eggs in the afternoon. So simple.
Nice.
And clean.
Yeah, simple and clean and nice and fun.
I don't think Tommy got the reference. That was a Kingdom Hearts reference, Tommy.
There's a Coachella
No.
reference right there.
Yeah.
Unplanned.
Yeah.
No, I just my Easter was pretty tame. I just went and visited my goddaughter. She's 1, so she still doesn't know the concept of egg hunting. So we kind of she didn't really know what was going on. We just helped her pick up eggs, and then that was the first time she had chocolate. So that was pretty eventful.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was pretty much my Easter. I just chilled with my goddaughter. And then came home and just watched news and stuff. So, but Paul, you didn't do anything. You saying you just Coachella?
I was just at Couchella and just watching the live feeds. It's pretty cool on YouTube. There's 3 channels where you can kind of go through the different stages and stuff. Saw a couple artists that kind of intrigued me. So, and then of course I watched the Utada Hikaru performance, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I woke up to that on Twitter and saw that. So that was cool. She just played that one snippet though. That's it. She didn't play the whole song.
She played like one verse of Simple and Clean, and then she did like a verse and a half for what's it called, Face My Fears from Kingdom Hearts 3.
No love for Kingdom Hearts 2.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
No love for Sanctuary.
That's my
sad
favorite.
to say.
favorite song.
I love them all. So I was happy to see it being represented But
Yeah.
like looking at the crowd, I don't know if they felt it as much as like the Kingdom Heart collective people would, but
Yeah.
it was dope to see.
I've seen a couple of EDM shows that Cassandra and Brittany have filmed
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
they've played that, and like it hits pretty hard over there. So
But it wasn't Utada Hikaru
no, I know.
singing it.
No,
It
I
was
know
just-
that's I just eh.
that was a moment.
It was a
That was a
moment.
moment.
Yeah, Paul,
Yeah, and also, Danny Elfman played what's it called, Coachella.
oh snaps!
So they played the Spider-Man theme song live. It was dope.
Oh, that's tight. The original, the Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it
that's
sounded
sick.
really cool. The stage was all red and blue and everything. It was dope.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty kick-ass. Yeah, like I said, as cool as Coachella is, I'll never go.
It's not that cool.
But how much are tickets?
Maybe like 150 to 200. I think.
What, for tickets?
I mean, it's a 3-day.
No, yeah, it's more like $600-700.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's pretty pricey.
I don't
Maybe
know.
third-party sales, but I remember before the pandemic, people when I worked at Best Buy were saying that they were spending like almost $1,000 to go out there.
Yeah,
Wow.
no.
Well, with camping and everything, I'm sure like the ticket itself
Yeah.
might be cheaper, but there's camping and all that stuff. So too rich for my
Yeah.
blood.
It's not that for me. It's the vibe, I guess, of people there. I don't like festivals. I like concerts
No,
because
I totally
everybody.
understand.
Yeah, you're there for like one person, but at festivals you're just there.
Yeah, that's like the last time I think I actually cared about it was when Childish Gambino was there, and I
Couple
remember
years back.
I stayed up to watch his performance
dope.
anyway. Yeah, so
It was dope.
I didn't have to spend $1,000 to see it either. It was just the comfort of my
Nope.
computer.
And the best seats too.
Yeah. So we're gonna shift to the first topic. We have quite a few. Like I said, it's been a pretty busy week for pop culture. So this one might be make us sound like a broken record because we've talked about this a lot. I want to say every time we talk about DC movies, this always comes up that they need a Kevin Feige. So their new merger with Discovery. Their CEO David, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, Zaslav, wants the exact same thing. So it might happen now, hopefully. The only difference is that how Kevin Feige is kind of consulted for like the creative aspect of it. He doesn't really want someone like that. He just wants someone with a business background who can make all the DC stuff like work together. The current CEO Walter Amada is contracted till the end of 2023. So the last movie that technically will be under him is Flash, if it still gets to be greenlit, based off what we said last episode. But so Black Adam, Blue Beetle, what we're gonna talk about in a bit, and Shazam 2, and then Aquaman 2 are gonna be under him. So Wonder Woman 3 won't technically be under him as long as when it comes out. So yeah, this is I just think it's funny because we talk about this all the time, and now it looks like it might happen. So Tommy, do you have something to say about it?
No, we've been saying that since the get go. They need a plan. They need, although like I was saying, like the last few projects, the Peacemaker, Batman, and the Suicide Squad, they all have been fantastic in my opinion.
Yeah, those
So-
are under Walter Amada, so those are technically wins for him.
But I don't know if that's necessarily his doing, but
Well, he's
putting
getting
good
credit
people
for it
in-
because he's the current CEO.
no, of course, but I think it's more
Because Jeff
the,
Johns got credit for the stuff before that.
But no, like I'm saying, I think more of the credit should go to like James Gunn and Matt Reeves. For
Well, no,
those
I get what you're saying, but
projects.
I'm saying like they're like they're getting credit too. But as far as like
'Cause Walter,
the
I think
executives,
Walter Amada,
Walter Amada's getting like the pat on the back for like, oh, like you funded this stuff. Look, that's from an executive standpoint, not
He's
necessarily.
he's kind of riding on the coattails of those directors. So
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's gonna make me sound like an asshole, but Feige does the same thing.
Well, then Feige deserves some of the blame that for what's going on in Marvel right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But
yeah. But no, so I do like the direction they're going in, but like as far as like being cohesive, I don't feel like they're there just yet. You know what I mean? So,
the Flash movie was supposed to be that reset, so and now it might be delayed even more. So,
well, there's a lot of things going on with that Flash movie with the main actor.
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra Miller.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, I like it. They put a guy in charge, but there has to be that balance of quality and quantity, where you want to make everything cohesive, but have the quality as well, like the same quality as the Batman, same quality as Suicide Squad, same quality as Peacemaker.
So since that David Zaslav has gone on record to say he wants a business person as opposed to a creative consultant, do you think they should shift it?
Yeah, of course.
Because
you'd always want to be on the creative side.
I think it sounds like you just want a media man. To me, the way that I read that, and it could just be me being pessimistic, it just seems like they want a fall guy. So if that shit sucks, they can just be like, well, this guy put it together. That's just the way I take it. Because the whole standpoint that they want a business person, not as so much a creative person.
Who said that though? Like who? The guy that's the head dude?
That's what like everyone around him is saying, that sources say that he wants a business person as opposed to like a creative consultant. That he wants a Kevin Feige figure, but he wants it more for the business aspect than he does the creative side. What are you doing, Tommy?
Girlfriend needed adult milk.
Oh,
sorry. I'm right next to the pantry.
It's all
I don't have my own like space.
It's all good. It's all good.
My space is next to the pantry.
It was just like mid conversation, and I was like, "What?
What's going on?"
So the guy that's saying that he wants to put a business person in charge, is that the head dude that like runs Discovery and WB?
Yeah, the guy that's going to be in charge as of 2023.
Was that the same guy that said that he wants Kevin Feige in place?
Well, he wants a Kevin Feige figure, but the difference is how Kevin Feige is also a creative consultant. He just wants a guy there for like the business aspect of it to make everything run smoothly, not so much like creative consulting.
I mean, as long as they put creative people in place, but I still think you need somebody like a Kevin Feige that has a grasp of the characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what Kevin Feige is. Like he knows the character backgrounds, their origin stories, and things of that nature. So
yeah, but he's been working with Marvel since 2000, like before they were.
But even before that though, he as a kid he was reading comic books. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I don't know who DC has on their side that does that. That's like known for that.
They were trying to put like Jeff Johns in that role with somebody else. Like
yeah, but that man
Jeff Johns as a creative person and then somebody else as a business side, and that just didn't work.
Well,
so they need somebody.
Yeah, Jeff Johns kind of like on the negative side of that stuff now.
Yeah, and he was.
Because I think he got outed by the whole Justice League controversy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean I like the fact that they said they wanted Kevin Feige, but I don't like the fact that they're more concerned about the business aspect. Don't get me wrong, that's important, but being creative and coming up with good movies and projects and TV shows and bringing everything together, that's kind of what we all want, I think.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? So, however way they get to that point is what I guess what we're all looking forward to, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Paul, did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I would say it's just kind of like what Tommy was saying. I know that they're trying to go for. It'd be nice to have somebody on the creative side of things, as well as business side. Because I mean, look at the Lakers. they have LeBron and Rich Paul. Rich Paul's doing some stuff to the Lakers, and it's not doing too well this season. So.
Well, there is no season anymore. It's done.
I know. So that's like the equivalent to it. It's going to work out for maybe a championship, but in the long run, you need somebody to actually run the team and not have other outside forces.
Yeah,
to,
not. What's the saying? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Sure,
Like that.
but it's strange how this DC thing kind of mirrors the whole Lakers this year,
Yeah.
but it is kind of true the way that
No,
it is.
it is. It's poetry. It rhymes.
What are your thoughts on it, Eddie? What are you thinking?
No, I just I mean, I think it's writings on the wall. They've needed that for a while. I mean, I'm kind of glad that someone else is coming in saying, yeah, we need this to happen. I just don't know if it's necessarily going about it the right way. I mean, hopefully there's enough people that are surrounding kind of like nudge it, be like, hey, we should get someone with creative that also is like creative. I just don't know who you like. The people that I want probably aren't the best, and that's just me. Like I would want like Kevin Smith or Mark Bernardin, because I know that they like know that stuff. They know comics, and they just their name that sticks to mind that I know that they would do it. But I know that at the same time people are like, oh, as far as Kevin Smith goes, everyone thinks he's a Marvel shill, so I don't know if they necessarily would let him be on DC. But I mean, his podcast is literally called Fat Man Beyond. Before that was Fat Man on Batman, so he's like a huge Batman. He's a huge DC guy. And
I think he's just overall a big comic guy.
well, yeah, because I mean, it's kind of random rant, but I started watching Comic Book Men again because it's on Amazon Prime, because they took off Chuck, which ended up going to HBO Max. So I watched that now on HBO Max, but then Amazon Prime has Comic Book Men, so I've been like kind of watching that stuff, and just like the knowledge that they have in comics just alone, it's like, yeah, I'd feel comfortable knowing like one of them would be like a consultant.
Yeah,
you can
that'd be
reach
kinda
out. Like it's just like, I'm sure like if like they're all gonna do it, and we'll get on that topic right now. Like this next movie's already changed some stuff, but I mean, as long as you have someone like literally filtering it and saying, okay, you can deviate from the comics a little bit, but it still be like kind of the source. Like an example, like with Marvel, like the whole like Ego thing, how Ego isn't really Star-Lord's dad, it's Jasun, but they made it Ego to make sense for the movie, and he's still celestial and still gets powers. Like it's kind of in the same aspect, so I'm sure DC would like to do something like that.
Okay, so let's say you guys are the new CEO of this company. What's the first thing that you guys do for DC?
I would establish that going forward, the DCEU is its own thing, and everything else before it is its own separate. Like I do the whole multiverse thing. That's just what I would do, and I would build off of. I would start something fresh, so be that Superman or I don't know, something else like a. So I would build a superhero to build it around, and go from there to introduce other characters.
Keep the Batman or what?
I mean, if it was something like I had to keep an established universe going and build off of it, I mean, just because it's fresh, I would say the Batman. But if I really could get the way I wanted, I would just pull Nolan's out of the retirement.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
you.
hot take.
I like Nolan's Batverse. Like I wanted it to keep going. I wanted to see Nolan Penguin and a Nolan like just all the other villains Nolanized. Like I thought they would have been cool.
That's interesting.
Tommy?
Okay, so the question is, if like I was the Kevin Feige at DC right now,
Or just the CEO of DC, yeah.
I think I would kind of piggyback off of what Eddie said, and because I remember that a long time ago they asked, I think the Russo brothers, what would you do if you were at DC, and they said make one good movie. So they have two good movies now. They have Suicide Squad and they have Batman. So you build off of that and go forward with that. And the thing is, I know Matt Reeves kind of want to do that thing separate, but you trying to coerce them or have a conversation with them about incorporating that character into the overall DC universe, and then figure out a way to use the TV shows and HBO Max. And
well, actually, now that you just said something, I thought about it. Like if it's something where you can't start from scratch, because I think the whole reason they shot themselves in the foot with Batman versus Superman is like, I think it might have not been, but the way it looked like to the general public is they just wanted to catch up to Marvel. So instead of waiting their universe out and letting it grow, they just literally said, okay, here's Man of Steel 2 / Batman 1, and boom, now we're just introducing all these characters, and the next movie is Justice League. Where he's just like, you're like, what the hell? I don't even like really care about these characters, and so like what I would say if they want to do something where it's established, the reason I brought that up is, I guess because of the way the comics work, you can do like, they've done it in the Arrowverse, but you can kind of redo an Infinite Crisis event again. But then I guess you would incorporate over HBO Max and CW, and then kind of just, I guess, cherry pick the superheroes that you would keep into the movie universe, if you go about that way. I mean, that's another way to do it without like having to recast everybody, so to say. I mean, it's like it's lazy writing way to do it, but I mean, that way you still kind of get, as far as like the fan base, you can kind of gauge what people would want and kind of go off of that, at least. Because as far as like, I guess, who's established that I would keep, if I had to keep someone established, I would keep Grant Gustin as the Flash. I think he's really good. Granted, I haven't seen the last 2 seasons, but from what I was seeing, I know he was like really good. I'd bring back Stephen Amell as Green Arrow. I guess I haven't seen it, but I guess the new Lois and Clark, I guess everybody likes that new Superman. He's got like it's got a good like positive traction. But I also feel like Henry Cavill didn't get like a good shake at Superman either. So I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that show's pretty good, but I think it's more because of the writing more so than the actor. I think if, like you said, if Henry Cavill had like a good script behind him, I think he would portray that character differently than he has been.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the original thing for them, like going forward, and we'll see if it goes. I know Flash was supposed to be a reset because it's the easiest way to do it with Flashpoint. Is you can come back out of it. You can go into, it's kind of like Days of Future Past. You can go into it, like, set up with all the plot holes and shit you have now, and then kind of come out of it and try to fix everything. But this is all like what if shit, because obviously, unless I somehow win the lotto that's $1 billion and go to WB and be like, look, let me buy this shit. I don't
easy, huh?
I don't know.
Did I text you guys that we should all put our money together and bought it ourselves, and we'll run it better than they would?
Yeah, I'm sure like a ton of people want to do that,
but not do it just like we would.
I don't know. Well, while staying on the WB train though, we'll shift. Susan Sarandon has just been cast as the villain for the Blue Beetle movie. She is a new character that doesn't exist in the comics. She's being made for the movie. The name of the character is Victoria Cord. So I don't know if she has a relationship to Ted Cord, who is the second Blue Beetle. We'll see how that plays out in the movie. She was not the original choice though. It was Sharon Stone, but Sharon Stone was in talks, and then like obviously it didn't happen. Who came out to Susan Sarandon. So the movie as of now is slated for August 13th of 2023. I know we haven't really talked about it. I might have mentioned it once, but is this going to work for me to switch out? The the cast, so the main one who's playing Jaime Reyes is Zolo Mariduena. He's Miguel in Cobra Kai. If you guys watch that show, he's going to be Jaime Reyes. And the other people that have been cast that just joined them, nobody knows who they're playing. They're just names out there. It's Bruna Marquezine, Belissa Escobedo, Harvey Gullion. He's in What We Do in the Shadows. He's Guillermo. He's in it. George Lopez, Adriana Barraza, Elpidia Carrillo, Damien Alcazar, and Raul Max Trujillo. Those are the cast right now. So, as you can tell, a lot of the names are Latino, since Jaime Reyes, the latest incarnation of Blue Beetle, is Latino. Looks like they're going to at least do that role. So, I'm happy. But yeah, I guess it was originally supposed to be a HBO Max thing, but now it's gonna be put in theaters. So I know there's supposed to be an animated movie coming out to HBO Max still this year. It's still in production. If you guys saw the Mortal Kombat movie, the Scorpion movie, that's on HBO Max, the animated one, it's the same people. They're making a Blue Beetle one. So that should be interesting. I know, like, DC-wise, I've only really stressed that I like Batman. But due to my brown skin, I also do like Blue Beetle. And I started reading the Blue Beetle comics, like, last year. So I did the run I have, like, it's kind of out of order, but I'm reading, like, the Jaime Reyes stuff, so. Let me see. What else do I have? So I have, after the Blue Beetle stuff, kind of just more WB, like, news. So this Friday, the third Harry Potter prequel opened, Fantastic Beasts, the Dumbledore movie. It is the lowest opening Harry Potter movie. It came in domestically at $42,151,256. Internationally, it did $150,700. So the reason that I'm kind of bringing that up is that I guess the franchise was supposed to have 5 movies, but now it might not continue based off of what's going on here. They're gonna, like, play it out. So that's Ezra Miller. It was already on hiatus anyway because of that, but now they said if it didn't do good, like, they weren't going to continue the movies, they're just going to stop them. So it's that series in its own kind of had a shaky second movie because of the Johnny Depp controversy, because at the time everybody had believed Amber Heard, so everyone kind of didn't want him cast in it for that reason. And then now the third movie, the opposite, people are kind of upset that he did get recast after he was found not guilty. And then you have the fact that Ezra Miller got that drunken stuff in Hawaii. So it's just kind of just a mixed mess with actors. And it's just a shitstorm.
Hire new people.
Yeah. I mean, that whole franchise in general is just surrounded by controversy too, because of J.K. Rowling. She's not even
I know.
on it. I mean, I know it was setting back, but like that Christmas special that they did, like, she wasn't even on it at all. Like, they pulled her name from everything.
Yep.
But so I have, like, this question, and it kind of stems from this because one of the main actors, I always butcher his name. It's Mads Makin, if I'm saying it wrong. He basically played the Grindelwald. The guy that he played Johnny Depp's new role or whatever. Someone asked him about method acting, and he basically, like, shit on the thing. He said method acting is, like, crap. Like, he says, like, you basically take on the role, and he says even if it's a shit role, he says you should have, like, stopped doing that because it just makes it shitty. And then Robert Pattinson said the same thing, saying that, like, people that method act are usually just an excuse to be an asshole. And then Samuel L. Jackson has also come out and said that, like, you shouldn't method act because he says that you should be able to go into acting in, like, a safe space and come out, like, not mentally, like, damaged from it. And he says that, like, people that do, like, they said it's just bad. And an example that everybody used is Jared Leto. And he is known to method act, and unfortunately, like, his bigger blockbuster-ish movies don't do well. And some people say it's due to his method acting. So I guess on Morbius, now that it flopped, it's come out to say everybody said he was kind of an asshole on set. So the question I have for you guys is, do you think method acting is, like, a good thing, or you think like how these three said it should be done? Because I guess an example of good method acting technically would be Christian Bale, because he method acts, but then at the same time he did have that outburst on Terminator Salvation with the method acting thing. So I'm trying to think who else Method acts, but just Christian Bale popped into my head. If you guys know of anybody else, throw it out. But what are your thoughts?
Oh, you want to go first?
Didn't what's it, Heath Ledger? Isn't he a method actor?
Yes and
To
no.
get into his role.
Yes and no. I know for Joker, it's like a mixed thing. Like everyone said he did method acts, but then they said that when the they weren't rolling, that he wasn't, like he was like joking and like being like opposite of Joker with people. So I don't know if that. I know he does method act, but I know for Dark Knight, it's been rumored that he did, and there's controversy. Everyone says it drove him insane, but his family says it didn't. It's like a whole Pandora's box of shit. But yeah, I guess for the argument, we can say he method acted if you want to be for it.
I mean, you could try to get into the zone. Like everybody has their own professions, and if that's the way to do it, I guess that's the way to do it. Doesn't mean I think it's totally fine, but you have to understand that you have other actors that have to be comfortable with it. Like you just don't want to have like a set that's toxic where that one person just does not give good vibes to everybody else, or else the movie suffers from that for the most part, not unless there's some really good stuff out of it. But if you want, I think, a good movie, you'd want everybody to be on the same board as everybody, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I think Johnny Depp method acts. I think about it. I think he does too. Tommy, do you have anything to say on it, or?
Kind of like, I don't know. Like if your style of method acting is making everybody else feel uncomfortable and you're just being a dick to everybody, then I'm not for it. Like it's like, I think like Pattinson said and Samuel L. Jackson said, like it's a job. Kind of do your job and you go home, be yourself.
Yeah.
But if yourself is a dick, then maybe that you're not method acting. Maybe you're just being yourself.
It's just an excuse to be an asshole.
So, yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Like if I was going to work and somebody was like outside of like whatever cut and they're kind of bugging me outside of work, then I would be annoyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it.
So,
no, I just thought it was interesting. 'Cause I just want to see what you guys thought about it. Because like, considering like I still have aspirations to obviously be a director and stuff, and I know that like if I had to deal with that, yeah, I think I would kind of be one of those things. Like I'd be cool with it as long as it's like not affecting morale of like the production crew, and if everybody's like cool with it and comfortable with it, to where it's like you can laugh about it, yeah. But if it's like to where people are like, yo man, like after this person just went and cried in the corner because you treated them like shit, like then no, obviously not, because it's not.
yeah.
It's if it's a toxic production, then it obviously taints the movie. But yeah, I don't know. It was just interesting thing that I thought we'd like give a little bit of thought of. So we'll just trug along to movie stuff. Another movie. It's second box office weekend. It's not number one. Fantastic Beasts was, even though it still did low numbers for the WB. Sonic the Hedgehog. It is the highest grossing video game film to date right now. It is opening weekend, which was April 8th, was $72,105,176 dollars. As of Easter Sunday, so as of yesterday, it has made, I just wrote domestically, it's $118,916,783. I forgot to write down worldwide, but I think it's at like 200 right now. So I have not been able to see it. I already missed the Dolby part of it. For out here, it was only in Dolby like the first weekend, and because of my mom, like I didn't have a chance to see it. But I do want to see it eventually. I just won't be able to see it in Dolby. But it's Jim Carrey's last film, so like he came out and said that he's gonna retire from it. So like, I guess cameos are still on the table for like movies, and like him being like, I guess, a voice actor is possibly still like on the table for future roles. But as far as him being like in a actual movie as himself, like physically, this is the last time he's doing it. So with that said, I think it's makes me want to see it more because he's one of my favorite actors. Like my favorite movie of him is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think it's shows his like range, and then comedy wise, just because I was a little kid and I guess that was like my first movie introduced to him was The Mask. That's like my other top. But yeah, do you guys have like a favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Truman Show.
That's also a good one too. That's a
Mask.
underrated one. So, would you say, Tommy?
The Mask.
The Mask. Yeah. So it's interesting.
Man, not one Ace Ventura.
It's all right.
Ace Ventura was good.
Oh, I love part 2 though. Part 2 was
Part
good.
2 is way better than part 1. Part 2, I want to say, doesn't get enough credit. The whole jungle scene in the beginning. But yeah, it is gonna be sad to see him go. I know he's been acting wise. Like I know after Kick-Ass 2, he kind of became just a painter. I don't think I'm trying to think besides Sonic what he acted before that. I don't think I can think of anything. But yeah, it's just crazy that he's gonna retire. So do you guys plan on seeing Sonic 2? I know we were supposed to.
I thought you guys wanted to see it and you guys didn't see it?
No, I didn't get to. It was 2.
I wouldn't mind it, but I feel like it's already jumped the ship.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the other new movies coming out.
It's moved on. We missed its hype. I don't know. Would you consider that the start of the summer stuff? Because I think now going forward, every week there's gonna become something coming out.
I think Doctor Strange has started summer stuff, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Because I don't know if they considered the Harry Fantastic Beasts as part of the summer stuff.
No, I don't count that.
There you go. All right. Paul put his foot down and just straight up said no. So Doctor Strange will be the start of the summer movies for us here.
There you
go. Let's see. What else did I write down? Oh, so speaking of video game stuff, I guess because of Sonic 2 is kind of the positive light for video games. Some more video game titles kind of got greenlit. Ghost of Tsushima finally found a writer. So Takashi Dosher is penned as the writer for the script. His credits right now is a film called Still and Only. He also did episode of Chicago PD. But he's got an upcoming movie called Blue, and it's supposed to be a twist on like a Japanese monster movie. So that's something to check out. I do like the video game. Did you guys end up finishing it or end up playing it?
I got through like the first hour.
Damn.
I got through the first hour, and then I think the PS5 version kind of got announced. I waited for the PS5 version.
And you haven't touched it.
And haven't touched it.
That's all right. And then I know, Tommy, you were saying the same thing. I know you wanted a PS5 to play it because you wanted to play the PS5 version. And then now that you have, you just haven't had time, huh?
Like my back catalog of games is ridiculous right now. So
it's all right. I'm in the same boat. But I did finish Ghost of Tsushima. It is one of my platinums on PlayStation. So I did platinum it out. I just haven't played the director's cut. But I'm excited for the movie. The game is basically Jin Sakai basically takes on the Mongolians who invade Tsushima. So I guess it would be a good movie.
I think it's a true story. Well, okay, not the whole ghost, but the event happened. You know what I mean?
The con and all that is not real. But
Yeah,
I mean, the cinematically, the cutscenes were already cinematic. It pretty much played like Kurosawa movie, which is why they have a Kurosawa mode. I'm excited for it. Interested to see what road that ends up taking. So another video game title that got announced today is Streets of Rage. So I know me and Paul need to finish Streets of Rage 4.
Yes, we do.
But so I actually wrote. Let's see. The director is, or not. Well, the creator is Derek Kolstad. So he's the guy who made John Wick. He's writing it.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much all that's been confirmed on it. But they are making a Streets of Rage movie. So
They better get a good actress for Blaze.
Oh, I agree.
Is that game just 2-player co-op or is it 2-player?
The Streets of Rage one is online. I think we could only do two. But couch co-op, I think you can still play 4, right? Or is it 3?
I think 3. I think you can do 3.
I know the way for us to play, all of us to play, is we need to be at the same house. Otherwise, online only 2 of us can play. Hopefully they fix that, but
they've already put one DLC out, so I doubt that they're gonna fix that. I think that they meant it to be like that.
Sad times.
It is. It's dumb. It's like you make a game that can go up to 3 players, but you only allow 2-player online. What kind of crap is that?
That's probably why it hasn't been as widely talked about as they would have liked.
It was fun.
It was fun. No, don't get me wrong. I think after we played it that one weekend, I haven't touched it.
Yeah, you're right.
Another game on the backlog
to finish, and we got to the end too.
Yeah, we got on the last boss too. We were right there.
We were just like, you know what? I think we would have taken over the top a 3rd player.
Yeah, and it's just because we couldn't do it. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's something to talk about. So the last video game thing, I'm gonna speak brief on it because I know Tommy doesn't play this stuff. Ironically, the day after we recorded, Paul had talked about it on the episode. I don't know if I kept it in, but the 20th anniversary event was going on for Kingdom Hearts, and he joked like, "Oh, if I'm gonna like totally like say something if something happens," but it was like late in the morning for us over here. I think it was like 2 a.m. it got announced or something like that, 2 or 3 in the morning. Kingdom Hearts 4 did get announced, so there is no release date for it. We'll see. So just for those of you who are unaware, Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in 2002. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2006, so there was like a 4-year gap. And then the Kingdom Hearts 3 title came out in 2019. So the funny thing, though, is Kingdom Hearts was still around because of the way that Kingdom Hearts' timeline is so what's the word? I'm trying to use a big
convoluted
word. Thank you. My brain starts to shut down. It's a very convoluted timeline, and it's unfortunately it's not on one platform. Like, it's on multiple platforms. So there's mobile games, there's portable games. Now there's the remasters that kind of sum up certain games, but there's still like that Kingdom Hearts Union game that I downloaded the other day. I'm gonna try to play. So we'll see.
Union Cross. Yeah,
Union Cross. And then there's gonna be it's gonna be in beta form this year. That's the other thing that got announced too, was Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. That's supposed to be a mobile game to lead up to 4. So eventually, I do want to do a Kingdom Hearts centric episode, kind of break down the timeline and then kind of discuss the games.
It's going to be the longest episode, too.
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be 5 hours long.
And that'll be me and Paul, because I know Tommy doesn't play those. So Tommy's still dabbing in Final Fantasy. Sort of. But so I just want to do a quick shout out, thank you to Blue Harvest. Hawes kind of plugged me on this last episode that he did regarding Kingdom Hearts 4, because I sent him a message on Twitter saying, hey, did you see, because he likes Kingdom Hearts, and I asked him, hey, did you see the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer? And then he said, yeah. And I said, the reason I'm texting you is, did you see the beginning shots of the forest and all that stuff? And I sent him a picture of, with it circled in the corner was like a ATST lake, which looks like an ATST lake. So for those who don't know, Blue Harvest is a Star Wars podcast, so he brought that up because if Star Wars is in Kingdom Hearts 4, that's going to be pretty huge. So I just want to tell him thank you, because he basically said that when I got it, then he said that like the next day, like I guess the picture I sent him a bunch of people like started floating it around, and it got on like Kotaku and like other like game sites, and that's all everyone was talking about was Star Wars. So he gave me a plug and said that I was the first one to do it. So I just want to say thank you. So, just the way our recording schedule, I know I'm late with it, but if Star Wars is in it, I'm pretty stoked. I mean, it looks like it would be Endor, and I guess you would just get Return of the Jedi. So
Possibly.
I don't know.
Not bad.
I'm just gonna say, like, it already kind of has Star Wars vibes anyway with the organization. Zemnis and 2 literally had lightsabers in the last battle. Spoiler alert if you haven't played it. It's been out since 2006, but you have lightsabers that he has in his hands. But I know the other rumors that were kind of going out there was like MCU stuff, just because of the graphics now that they're going to be able to do. Marvel's already in Kingdom Hearts anyway, because Kingdom Hearts 3 has Big Hero 6, so Marvel's already technically been in Kingdom Hearts. So if they do MCU, I'm cool with it. I just don't know where you would pick. I don't like. I'm selfish and want like Guardians, but how does that overall play into the universe?
That'd be weird.
I don't know. You know, in 15 years when I have a grandkid, we'll be able to tell you what it's about. I hope that's not the case. So, I guess I'll just say this and then we'll kind of move on and I'll let you talk about it, Paul. But the reason Kingdom Hearts 3 had so many delays, though, they kind of got brought out to light, I guess, at the 20th anniversary. I didn't really know I knew some of it, but not all of it. It was licensing issues with Pixar because of the wholesale with Disney and stuff. That kind of was it was like up in the air. Just the engines that they kept rebuilding from the consoles, because it was supposed to essentially be on PlayStation 3. I remember literally the box art being on Best Buy forever to pre-order, and I think people did pre-order it and it ended up turning into PS4 and ended up coming to Xbox too. But yeah, so it's just, I guess, the different engines that delayed it, and then just the licensing titles with Toy Story. That's kind of, I guess, why Toy Story had the most fleshed out story, is because it was the one they were sitting on the longest. And then I know we've kind of mentioned it last time. Paul said that Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't. It's kind of like Kingdom Hearts Light, kind of, because it was really, really easy.
Yes.
So I guess they're going to bring back the reaction commands. That's already been confirmed. So there's already some cool stuff that's confirmed for it. So yeah, I'm excited. And what do you want to say before we change topics, Paul?
Yeah, I think I'm excited about it too, and I think they couldn't have done a better job with the 20th anniversary, especially with putting Otada in Coachella. It kind of brings more hype in a different way, just because there's all these people like, hey, maybe like, what song was that? And then they'll probably get into that way. So maybe they could draw a little bit more people into the whole franchise. I'm excited, and I'm not, just for the fact that, like you were saying, it's convoluted story. I want them to kind of go back, go to the drawing board, and make it easy in terms of the story to understand. Yeah. I know, like, I guess the hard part is over, hopefully, from Kingdom Hearts 3. Hopefully it's like a reset in this new world.
Well, we'll see. That they've already started off with the mobile games. So
yeah.
So we'll see. But you got to give them credit, because at least if you're committed to that story, you're gonna be playing it on different platforms.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so we'll change topics now and let Tommy be involved, because Tommy doesn't play Kingdom Hearts. So some cool stuff happened this morning for MCU. We'll talk about the Thor Love and Thunder teaser that came out. So I'm gonna try it again. We played it before. All right.
Click on the same link that you sent before.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. Hopefully, kind of try to do what we did for Obi-Wan. I'll pause it, and we'll kind of just go through. It's a minute and 29, so it's a quick teaser. And so let's get it going.
These hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace. I need to figure out exactly who I am.
So we're still using pop music. So what do you call that exercise, Tommy, that he's doing? With the ropes?
Battle ropes.
Battle ropes.
But I guess battle bolt anchor chains.
Yeah. So really fast forward, I paused it. This gives me kind of a Ragnarok beginning feels. I don't know what that big giant skeleton is, but it's very intriguing. So obviously he's fat in the beginning of the movie, and maybe in like a tribute to 80s fashion, they'll do a montage of him getting fit. But we'll see. So just continue from there.
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you noticed.
My own path.
His both eyes were blue. Did you notice at the beginning?
Yeah. So that might have been just.
I don't know what happened.
But
eyes the same color.
So this I know based off of a toy. He's a Ravager for some of the movie, or at least for this thing. He's Ravager like Star-Lord. So this is him in his Ravager gear. You can see that Star-Lord and the Guardians are there. So
Groot's got an older.
Yeah, Groot is older, not quite Groot from 1 yet, but getting there. So yeah, we'll continue and I'll talk about a little more stuff later.
Moment. My superheroing days.
This might be when they leave for 3. So obviously the movie is not going to take place in Asgard because it's gone. Spoiler alert in case you didn't know that. This is supposed to be Olympia or Olympus, the Marvel version of the Greek god stuff. So I don't know who that was that he kissed.
Yeah,
and then this is Zeus, and then you can't see the face, but it's Russell Crowe. So.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So.
Remember what I told you?
Frost giants.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. Not me.
What? Just listening.
So, yeah, that last shot, let me see if I can go back to it. Well, it's going to show the logos. But this part here, even though it is supposed to be destroyed, it kind of looks like they are in Asgard in the last scene. Based off of, if you guys remember, like Thor 1, it's kind of what Asgard looked like. Mm-hmm. But obviously, what I freeze framed it at, besides the giant IGN logo, which is, I guess, where this YouTube video came from. I thought it was the Marvel one, but I guess I pulled it from IGN. That is Natalie Portman as Lady Thor, but Taika Waititi doesn't like when you say that, so I think she's just going to be called Mighty Thor in the movie. But let me take that out. So yeah, I'm super excited because after Ragnarok, Thor became like one of my favorite like original Avengers. And then I'm super biased with Guardians of the Galaxy. You can kind of see the poster behind me, kind of. It's kind of cut off, but yeah, like I'm super stoked they're in it. I know they're not going to be in it for very long, but obviously it's a setup for at least for them for Volume 3. So we'll kind of get to get an update on what they are doing. James Gunn was a creative consultant for it, so he's approved where they're going. And then kind of just like a little tangent on them. Their next appearance will be the holiday special, and then after the holiday special is Volume 3. And then apparently the roller coaster opens in May 27th. Cosmic Rewind at Walt Disney World. I saw the commercial.
My friend already rode it.
Oh, they like it?
Yes, she enjoyed it a lot.
What was it like? Was it like a roller coaster? Or was it like Rise of Resistance, or what kind of vibe was it?
It's a roller coaster with the what's it called? The car that can move like all around while it goes on the track.
So like a Wild Mouse roller coaster?
Kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I know that
But
because
better.
of Roller Coaster Tycoon. But okay, that's cool. Well, hopefully I still plan to go to Walt Disney World sometime next year, so hopefully I get to ride it. But as for Thor: Love and Thunder, I guess the only thing that we didn't get to see yet was Christian Bale's character, Gorb the God Butcher. So obviously it's just a teaser. Maybe the trailer will come later. I know I originally was one of those people that thought that it was going to be at the end of Multiverse of Madness. Maybe it still could be. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's something to be excited for. In typical Twitter fashion, because I was able to look at it, like there is negative talk about it, which is not surprising. People are saying that it's nothing like too special. I guess so much hype for it that this was kind of underwhelming. I don't think that. Do you guys feel the same way, that it's like a little underwhelming? Actually, I want Tommy to say, because I know Tommy's more critical. I know it's a teaser, but Tommy's been a little critical on Marvel stuff, which is cool. I just want to know if like you still kind of have that vibe with this, or are you excited for it?
No, I'm excited about it. What we get? Multiverse of Madness in a few weeks, and we get Thor in July. Like that's close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
May, and then like month and a half later we get Thor. And both helmed by great directors. Like Multiverse of Madness is Sam Raimi. He made the first two Spider-Man movies, which were great. He made the third one as well, but with the with interference from the
studio,
from Sony. So
apparently there's supposedly, like, I know I criticize the Snyder people, but apparently there's actually a Rami cut out there, and I guess it's supposed to be really good. So I would not mind if they release that one. So I will start the trend. Release the Rami cut. I'm down for that.
Yeah, and then Taika Waititi, he did that movie we've seen, the
Jojo Rabbit.
The Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit was great. Ragnarok was great. So looking forward to it. So I'm looking forward to just a good movie. I'm just hoping for a good movie on that just quality wise, you know. So,
yeah. Paul,
we're gonna watch it regardless. We're kind of invested. But, just hoping for a good product.
On the real, this teaser just gives me good happy thoughts, because do you remember where we were when we found out about this movie?
No.
I'm drawn.
What? Wow.
Was it SDCC?
Oh, you mean Comic-Con?
In line.
Oh yeah, Comic-Con. Oh yeah.
You weren't there, Tommy, but it was both Betty and I.
Killing me. That was like the third or fourth day, and my back was shot. I had to go rest my old man back. So.
It just gives me good memories, because both of us were in line, and you could
see Kevin Smith's panel. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, we could hear the buzz and everything going on, and then we were just on Twitter looking up everything, and we're like, "Oh shit!" And then Natalie Portman's there. I was like, "Oh fuck, that was pretty dope." But it gives me good vibes, gives me good memories. So, like Tommy was saying, I think it's in good hands with Taika. He knows what he's doing. He knows what the what's it called, the tone of the movie and where it's supposed to go. So even though it doesn't have a lot of action in here, I'm still psyched with everything that I've seen just for this little clip. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I mean, the overall plot so far hasn't really been revealed, but just going off the teaser, obviously, like, it's Thor. It's continuing from Endgame, where he's kind of trying to find his place where he belongs and everything, without the Avengers and without Asgard and everything. So it's gonna be cool. Interesting to see how Jane Foster wields the hammer now, and wonder if they're gonna actually like follow the cancer plot line in the comics. I don't know if that's too dark to follow, but we'll see. I'm excited. I'm really excited for it. So as far as like introducing new people, you have the Olympus gods stuff now. So I wonder if we're gonna get a Hercules, the Marvel version of Hercules. So I think there's like a licensing issues with that though. So I don't know if he's gonna be called Hercules or if they might change his name. But Well, yeah. So that was today's thing for Thor: Love and Thunder, and then the final thing we'll talk about. We've kind of been doing episode talks about it. Is the final thing will be Moon Knight episode 3. Yeah, it's the same as before. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Moon Knight, then yeah, this is probably the time where you'll turn it off. And thanks for listening, if that's the case. For those of you who have seen it and want our opinions, we're gonna continue on. So, for me, episode 3 of Moon Knight, this one was like they've all been kind of like crescendoing for me. So this one was more action. You got to see the Batman comparison fighting, the way he like jumped off the horse and then they actually showed like his wings up and it gave me like Batman vibes. But the overall plot of the episode was they go to Egypt. And Arthur Harrow is basically accused of reviving that god, and Khonshu basically has, you find out that the other Egyptian gods have other avatars, and they pretty much have a council meeting to talk about Arthur Harrow. And I guess they're all about defending yourself, so they call him up to see if it's true. Hey, are you trying to raise this god from the dead? And of course he denies it, and then they basically accuse Khonshu of being more dramatic, and I guess you find out that he's been accused of stuff before and he's not in favor with the other gods, so they're kind of like warning him and saying, yeah, like you have like one more time, if you mess up, like we're gonna banish you. And then that kind of plays in the episode. At the end, he kind of does his final reveal and then he gets banished. But the episode itself introduced Midnight Man, and then the actor who plays him, Gaspard Urel, I hope I said his name right. He did pass away, ironically on my birthday. So at the end of the episode, since his character got introduced in this episode, they did a tribute to him. So in the comics, he is Midnight Man, who is kind of like a villain for Moon Knight, and then I guess he has a illegitimate son who takes on the Monker and then ends up becoming like his sidekick. Don't know how that's going to play out in the MCU. They've kind of already set up how he plays in the comics. I guess in his first appearance in the comic, he's presumed to be dead after a shot from Marlene, which is his wife in the comics, which is kind of what happened in this episode with Layla, how she kind of shoots him and he's presumed dead. So he might show up again before the 6th episode. And if that's the case, obviously if his character is in the comics, he's going to be recast if they have to, or they might not bring him back. But jumping ahead, as for the episode itself, like I said, I enjoyed it. I guess right now it would be my favorite. I like the backstory they got with Khonshu and Layla. You got to see more of her, and she's kind of a badass, so she can kind of hold her own and fight. So someone else say something, so I'm not the only one. So I'll say, Paul, go ahead and what were your thoughts on the episode?
It's running faster. I think the first 2 episodes didn't have that pace to it. I think the pacing is a lot quicker on this new one because it was kind of action oriented. I like that fight scene towards the end against all those guys, and he was getting stabbed and everything. I don't know his powers technically, so it was kind of cool to see him getting stabbed and trying to fight through everything on that one. So that was like my favorite part of the episode, but it was cool though.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, not too much to say about it. You guys kind of covered it already. I don't know where to go. Know what else to say about it. I do agree with you that it was the best episode of the series so far. I think the biggest thing I'm taking away from it is that I do like that they're using a character that kind of, I guess you could say Daredevils. I think that they have handicaps, but they're still superheroes. So he has a mental disability where he has like that multiple personality disorder.
Yeah.
So I do like that, and like he's in and out between characters, and they're kind of working together to trying to figure stuff out. So that's pretty cool. I kind of want to see where it goes next with the whole with Khonshu being like locked up. I feel like they're gonna take away his power. I guess whatever
Yeah.
power he did have. You know what I mean?
Well, I have
So,
like a
he's gonna take away the
kind of
protection.
like
Go
a
ahead.
theory on it. So I remember, if you guys remember last time I said that in the comics he has 3 identities. So
Yeah.
they've kind of teased the third identity. They did it again in this episode. Like when he, it's Mark that kind of has the like where he goes out how they showed in the first episode, and then he blames Steven for killing everybody, and then Steven's like, I didn't kill these people. So it's obviously like, I think it would be Jake Lockley if I guess he's just more violent than Steven and Mark. But the theory I have is that because how he kind of knocked out at the end, I think the person that's going to wake up is going to be the third identity, and I think that would be like kind of if because in before Khonshu gets turned into the little statue or the whatever it is, the idol, he tells Steven to tell Mark to come get him, to tell Mark to come get me. But I think like for it to be kind of like a prolonged episode, that's why I feel the third identity would pop up, so that like you don't, so like it takes longer to get to that point where because I think it'll be 4th episode you figure out this third identity, and then the 5th episode like Mark will take over, and then at the end of that episode they'll release Khonshu, and the 6th episode will be whatever the hell happens. That's just my prediction, but I feel like now would be a good time to introduce the third identity if they're gonna do it, because I feel like it's already halfway point, so first 3 episodes are kind of a nice introduction, and now 4, 5, and 6 kind of just like balls to the wall on what's going on in the story, so that when it's all said and done, we know how he fits in the end of it. So that's just my predictions.
Do you think this movie could have survived? This show could have survived as a movie?
As of now, I'm gonna say no. It's better as a show because it allows you 6 hours with the character as opposed to 2.5. So I feel like Moon Knight. I think most of the characters going forward now, that aren't the heavy hitters like the A-listers of the Marvel stuff, only benefit from the series, because then you just more time you can spend with them and expand.
I like this done right though, and they've been.
Well, yeah,
doing
I mean,
it,
you don't want
doing
something
it
that's like you're like, all right, get to the damn point. Like I get what you're saying. You don't want to be pulling teeth.
Yeah.
But like something like I think Moon Knight, because as far as like the Disney Plus goes, this is the first time anyone's seeing Moon Knight. Like Loki introduced new people, but you already knew the character Loki. Falcon and Winter Soldier, you knew those 2 characters, and then WandaVision was all about Wanda. Like I mean, it took you new territories, but you knew the established characters. With Moon Knight, this is the first time it's like a character that this is your introduction to the character, and I think that it did it a big service to actually be a series as opposed to a movie. I still would have gone. I mean, I know a majority of people still would have gone and seen the movie, but I don't think it would have hit as good unless it was a series, just because you get 6 hours with the character.
Because like the runtime right now would be like about 2.5-ish hours.
Yeah, so we would have already had a part 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have been a very unsatisfying part 1 because you'd be like, "What the hell's going on?" But I mean, we'll see. I mean, it'll be fun after all 6 episodes come out to see like if you could cherry pick it into a 2.5-hour movie. That'd be cool to do. But is there anything else you guys want to say before I talk about its collectibles?
I just want to see these characters interact with the movie characters. You know what I mean? I would love to see like when they interact with like a Captain America or maybe like a Thor or something like that. You know what I mean?
So like I don't have too much knowledge on who he really interacts with. I know he was a West Coast Avenger, but I know after the 5th episode, Aaron, who like has huge knowledge of Moon Knight and has told me some stuff from the comics, like he knows all that stuff. So I'm gonna kind of ask him like where he thinks he'll fit into the MCU based off who he talks to him in the comics. But as of right now, I think the only thing that might be is it might have some connection with the X-Men, based off of like Layla's stuff, just based off of like how she's is it archaeologist? Like her dad's past and stuff. So like I guess something would like it'd be easier for the mutants to be introduced something with her. Like she found something for a mutant or something.
Well, they brought up Mandapore
And Madripoor, yeah. That's why I like.
Because they brought that up again in this. I think this past episode. I don't know if.
Yeah, it was this past episode because Midnight Man said that the last time they met each other was in Madripoor.
Yeah, so. That's cool.
So.
But yeah, we'll see where they're going forward with it.
We kind of been not really doing the collectible thing because well, the reason I kind of haven't done it is because I shouldn't be buying collectibles, so I haven't really been looking at them.
Let's just not talk about it, guys.
Yeah, so, but Moon Knight is going to probably have me break my rule of buying one pop per, like, new Marvel show, because I'm just kind of, as far as pops go, I'm kind of just collecting Marvel and the occasional, like, dope-ass bounty hunter pop from Star Wars. But all these Moon Knight pops are pretty sick. I already sent you guys the pictures in Discord. So obviously this would be the time in the video where I post them. But just kind of in release order, they for the first episode they had just their traditional Moon Knight costume. There's a glow-in-the-dark version that's a Hot Topic exclusive that I'm going to try to get. I want the glow-in-the-dark of all these. And then in episode 2, there's Arthur Harrow pop and Mr. Knight. And Mr. Knight there's a glow-in-the-dark version, which is a Walmart exclusive, so good luck to anybody who doesn't work at Walmart to try to get that. And then for this last episode, they released a Layla pop and 2 versions of Khonshu. Glow-in-the-dark one for box lunch, and then just a regular one. So same thing, box lunch exclusives are hard as hell for me to get. So yeah, unless you work there, Khonshu's probably not going to be something you can get either. But yeah, I think
is Khonshu a 10-inch?
No, these are regular size. I don't think
Khonshu looks a little bigger than the other one.
Yeah,
he might be a 6-inch one, just because of the way that he is in the. I think he might be. It looks like he might be a 6-inch pop. Doesn't say, but just based off the size compared to the Layla pop, he might be a 6-inch pop. Because I believe that's the.
He should have been a 10-inch.
Well, let me see. I'm gonna grab mine because this is my Hulk. So this. That's why they're out of the boxes. That's why they're out of the boxes. So this is 6-inch pop, and this is a regular pop. Kind of the same height difference.
Same difference, yeah. I think Khonshu's a
6-inch.
Okay.
He's listed at, well, when I looked just to see where you could pre-order him on like the Entertainment Earth and all that stuff, he's $11.99 regular retail. So I'm trying to remember though. I think because the last 6-inch pop I did buy was the Hulk, and I think he was regular price at Best Buy. Granted, your boy got a different price because I worked there at the time, but as far as the pricing of him goes, I think he was regular price. So.
But which one you're picking up? If you had a chance, you would pick up the glow-in-the-dark.
All the glow-in-the-dark ones and Layla. As of right now, Arthur Harrow, they need like a better pop because this one it doesn't really showcase his power or anything. It's just him holding his cane. If they had one where like his eyes were like glowing or something, then maybe. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure. I know they're not done yet. I'm pretty sure I don't doubt that each week there'll be something else because I'm pretty sure. In the next week, if nothing is of Moon Knight, I'm pretty sure there'll be one where he's not kicking, where he's just standing normal. But
the jump kicking one looks dope though.
It does look cool, and I think it's dope that they all glow in the dark. And
makes sense.
Yeah. I think I know it's sacrilegious for some people, but I have a lot of them out of the boxes now. I probably would take for sure at least Khonshu out of the box and put him somewhere on my desk. But the other collectibles, really fast, I'm going to talk about are the Legends ones. I sent you guys those first two. I think there's a Build-A-Figure. It looks like it might be an Ultron. But at least the first two of this line, they come out. All this stuff comes out in August too. You can all pre-order it, and it comes out in August. So it's Mr. Knight and then Moon Knight himself. Those have only been the first two that announced, and they were from the first two episodes. But Moon Knight might not have the Build-A-Figure part, but Mr. Knight looks like he does. I don't know. You guys think that's an Ultron arm? Looks like Ultron to me.
Yeah.
It looks like one.
Well, the Vision Ultron from What If.
Yeah, the What If episode. I don't know. Did he have a pop? I mean, pop. I know he had a pop. Did he have a Legend figure? Because I know. You got the Hydra Stomper and Captain Carter.
Yeah.
On the back of those, does it say that there's a Build-A-Figure?
It's the Watcher.
Oh, okay. But because I know it's T'Challa, Star-Lord, the Supreme Doctor Strange, right?
I believe so.
I'm wondering what the other figure is that I'm missing. Oh. Was Party Thor there or no? I'm just going off the pops.
I don't know.
Anyways,
they had wait. It was the. Which one's that you missed? Oh, they had the zombie cap too.
Oh yeah, huh? Let me see. I have the internet at my disposal. So let's see, Marvel Legends.
You have the internet?
I have the internet at my disposal.
Man.
I should have. Let's see, Marvel Legends. What If Build-A-Figure is? Yeah, there's the Doctor Strange Supreme. So that line was. Oh, it's Once this picture opens up. So it was Captain Carter, Zombie Captain America, T'Challa Star-Lord, Doctor Strange Supreme, Nebula, Marvel's... the hell is that? Oh, it was Sylvie. So she got thrown in there from Loki. And then What If Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. So Spider-Man with a Doctor Strange cape. Those all make the Watcher. I don't see how, though, because it looks like T'Challa, Star-Lord has the head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like you can only need 5 figures to build him. The other 2 are just there for show. Anyways, wait, Hydra Stomper isn't in this line. But you have a Hydra Stomper figure, don't you?
I do.
So maybe
Thanks, Tommy.
Maybe it's on Legends. Yeah. Heist Nebula, that's what she's called. Sorry, I just went on a tangent. I don't know if I kind of want those Moon Knight Legends, but that's one of those things I shouldn't buy them, because then it's gonna make me want to buy the rest of these suckers. And these retail for $20 at a regular retail store, and then on the third-party market, it's anywhere from $30 to like $60 for a figure, depending on who you want.
When I was a kid, when I was younger, I would collect figures like that, but yeah, they're kind of like popped.
For me, I mean, I have the only ones I have are the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first wave. And I have them out of the box on shelves. The Build-A-Figure was Groot, so I thought it was cool. And like, if I were to buy these, I would only buy like MCU versions. But even then, that's still a lot of different versions to buy. And on eBay, man, people sell their parts for like, it's pretty funny.
The Build-A-Figure parts?
Yeah, $10 a piece, or people are just selling different heads of certain sculpts.
I know I've seen that they'll sell the figures without the part. Like, they take the part and they sell that separately. So
I mean, it's all still a really cool line. I wonder who else is going to be in the Moon Knight one. I mean, there was one for Spider-Man, No Way Home. there's supposed to be like a second wave coming out that's supposed to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. So the first wave didn't. It was just the two different versions of Spider-Man. And then I think like the villains. But yeah, I'm getting on a tangent on collectibles.
That's why we don't speak of them anymore.
Yeah, because then my wallet is just yeah, my room's already a cluster from what you people can see. Like literally my room is I had to rearrange my room again, and my desk is not facing the wall, and this is my TV, like right here, like right super close to me. But I think that's it. I don't know what else to kind of talk about. It's gonna be 11 o'clock, and I'm not super energetic because I just had water in this cup. I didn't do the energy drink this time, so I kind of have the chill vibe as opposed to the super hyper vibe. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you for listening. I keep forgetting to plug it. I have an Instagram now for this. It is Geek. Well, see, actually, I changed the name. So,
you know what you should do? You should take a picture of us and put it on your stories. Just saying.
I think somebody did that before.
Up.
Yeah, that's actually I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do it. See there, boom. Ah. Doom, I just did it. So
yeah.
The Instagram is Geek Conclave Podcast, just straight out. There's 3 posts on there. Gonna be a 4th one after. But just for those of you who listen, on whatever you listen, if you could just give us a rating. Thank you to the people that are doing that on Spotify. I think we only have like 4 ratings, and I think I know who those people are, so thank you. But yeah, if there's anything you want to like talk about or criticize us on, geekconclave@gmail.com. Got some emails, but they were like, I guess, I don't know if they're necessarily spam. It was like from like other, what do you call it? Like other podcast services. They were just like for me to join like other things to promote us and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at least we're getting emails. So with that said, next week I already kind of have some topics in case some stuff doesn't like happen pop culture wise. Just give a teaser. It's probably gonna be like breakdown of Celebration panels, since that's coming up soon, and some of that stuff's interesting. And then, oh yeah, before I forget, for those of you who don't know, Batman came out yesterday at midnight. It's on HBO Max now, so if you haven't seen it and you were scared to go to the theaters, you can watch it from the comfort of your home now. So my mom's supposed to watch it tomorrow, so that should be interesting. And what else am I forgetting? I think that's it. Alright guys, have a good one. See you later.
Good night.